Hi, I'm Mike, and welcome to the New York International Motorcycle Show, brought to you by Motivation USA, bringing you the most anticipated bikes of 2020. Let's see what we got. Hi, I'm here with Vinny Kung, product manager for BMW. He's going to run us through the bike and what makes it special.
Well, thank you. The S1000RR is definitely our baby. This super sport bike has always brought about everything that we always wanted from the BMW brand for performance. Not just for handling, but for braking and all-around balanced performance. That's the key. It's not just making all the horsepower in the world. It's having a bike that can take on anything.
So what would make somebody want to jump into this 2020 and spend their hard-earned money and buy this bike?
Well, aside from the typical stuff, the RR has been around for quite some time, but the biggest thing about it is not only has it had the most amount of usable horsepower, but it actually is one of the best handling bikes you can possibly get. I mean, just look at it too. It's absolutely beautiful.
It is. I love the livery of it as well.
Yeah, so these are our RR colors and our signature color for our M brand too, these colors from the car side. What's key to note is that not only do you get a world-class bike overall, but the suspension. I think a lot of guys forget that. And those of us that have been on the track quite a bit know that the suspension is key. And those are the things that you forget about, including the tires, the wheels, and the brakes.
Okay. I know there's new technologies in here. I love the TFT dash, and you have the shift cam technology. What can you tell us about that?
Well, shift cam is all new for the BMW lineup from model year 20, and it basically switches over to a different camshaft profile to increase horsepower in the higher RPM ranges. So that's why it switches, and you barely feel it when you're riding. And we not only have this on this bike, several other models have it as well.
One thing I actually love what BMW is doing, they're actually shipping the bike with carbon fiber wheels. That's a rarity as well, right?
Right, so we're also one of the very few manufacturers that in factory install a lot of high performance items that you normally have to go after the fact, which means you have to go out and go buy it separately, get it mounted, and do all that stuff. We offer many things, including carbon fiber accessories, installed right at the factory. And all you do is check a box off when you order one, and it comes that way from the factory. And you get the factory warranty too.
And what are we looking at in terms of factory warranty?
2 years on our bike.
I think around 2010, what BMW did to the motorcycle game has changed quite a bit. Most competitors were doing between 1 to 2 horsepower increment, and BMW came along and did a huge jump, correct? And that kind of put them on the map as like a staple of the superbike world.
Well, I'm not going to lie, the leader bike segment is so tough. I mean, so many manufacturers come up with something every minute, it seems like, that tops another bike. So that's when we came in 2010 with the original RR. We knew we had to set a very high bar.
Okay.
Let's be totally honest, a lot of the competitors have come up, caught up, and tried to surpass as well. But that's why we had to be on our toes and every year or two come out with an all-new model. The 2020 represents everything we know, the latest in technology and performance. But I'm just going to lead you a little bit something here.
Okay.
Expect something maybe another year that takes it to a whole new level.
Awesome. Let's talk about the TFT dash and some of the, I know it's heated grips also. People love hearing about that. So
what's also very unique is this bike has one of the very few features that you see in the sports bike segment, including heated grips. Okay, so we only, as I said, total performance, the whole balance of everything. People actually ride them. If it's a little cold, you want to have heated grips. The cool thing is too, we also have electronic suspension adjustment, but standard is also our Ride Modes Pro option, which is normally on the other bikes. Standard here. It allows you to choose between different throttle rates, a lot of suspension settings, and we have a 6-axis sensor. So this is a very sophisticated sensor that can measure everything in every direction you go, yaw, turn, pitch, and so forth. So when you're on the track or on the street, it can help correct you just in case you're getting a little too hot. Even cooler is, and I mentioned earlier, we talked about Wheelie Control. This is the first bike that got it. So this has adjustable wheelie control too.
Nice. So you can actually bring it up to a certain point until
and it'll roll off the throttle for you.
Nice.
It'll do, I mean, obviously we got to be smart about things, right? But we know things happen, especially in this sport bike world, right? So we have obviously a TFT screen that allows you to choose it, and the screens are fully interchangeable. When you select certain modes, for instance, it'll wipe everything and come to just a gauge and a dial for high performance track use. We also have a controller wheel, the multifunction controller on all BMW bikes here. Uses your thumb to scroll through menus and choose things that are on the TFT screen, and you can adjust many things.
I've actually ridden this bike before, and it's amazing on the ergonomics. I'm one of the guys that loves riding on naked bikes because they're very comfortable. When I rode this bike, I must say it was super comfortable. I didn't feel any kind of wrist pains or anything like that, but it was a great ride. So what can you tell us with ergonomics?
Right, so again, we took the rider as the most important thing. Our engineering team, our designers, our marketing, everybody in Motorrad is a rider.
Okay.
That's why when we designed it, we had to take into consideration not just what works on the street, but works on the racetrack. So riding position was the key thing. If you notice here, of course, the narrow seat makes a big difference for not only comfort and being able to put your feet down at a stoplight, but on the track, it gives you more motion to go over the bike on one side to the other, and switching between turns. And that's why the way the triple clamp is designed and the grips, all the angles are taken into full consideration. This way you have a lot of leverage on the racetrack and a lot of comfort on the street.
Beautiful. Well, it's been a pleasure talking to
Mike,
you.
thank you so much.
If you're planning to grab this bike for yourself, the only place to shop for it and get the exclusive parts for it will be at motivationusa.com. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, man. We really appreciate that.
Good, man.
That was awesome.